Hi, I'm Eve Anthony with Entertainment Scoop, and I'm sitting here with the awesomely talented Mr. Leon Robinson, or just call you Leon.
Whatever you like, you know.
Thank you for joining me today. How are you?
My pleasure to be here with you, and I'm great.
The thing is, I don't know where to start with you because you do so much and you've done so much. So I'm just going to take it a little bit off topic, and I'm just going to jump into the Donald Sterling controversy that's happening at the moment. What's your opinion on it?
Wow, the Donald Sterling controversy. You know, it's a little bit more black and white than people seem to be painted, and it's a very terrible situation. You know, here's a man who seems to have the opinions of almost a slave owner, but he's being punished for a private conversation that he had with his woman, which to me is an invasion of privacy.
Yeah.
And threatens all of us, Americans and human beings, when we can't have private conversations without them getting out. So it's a very tricky situation. You know, I would love to interview him.
Yeah.
I mean, where Donald Sterling, I mean, this guy has got to be in such a horrible place right now. I mean, he's alien. He's become, in a matter of 72 hours, the face of racism and bigotry. And that's heavy.
Yeah, definitely.
That is truly heavy. And the man's 80 years old, you know. I mean, when I heard that conversation that he had with his girlfriend, I was very uncomfortable. I was uncomfortable not because of the things he was saying. I may have heard racist things my whole life and will continue to hear them. But I was uncomfortable listening to a man, being privy to a man's conversation with his woman. We should never have that kind of information.
Yeah.
And so it's really scary. I mean, hopefully this will blow over in a while. And I think Adam Silver from the NBA did exactly what he had to do and what he needed to do. But, you know, there's another issue here that I hope people don't realize that is there.
The privacy issue.
There's a privacy issue, and it's scary. And imagine Donald Sterling, everyone running away from you. I mean, he couldn't even hire a PR firm to help him get through this because they don't want the association with him.
No, nothing can.
I mean, he can probably walk down the street right now, and everyone will walk to the other side.
Yeah.
And that's a tough place to be. Yeah.
But you talked about race and how you faced it throughout your career. I mean, one of your big breaks, I guess, was in the Madonna Like a Prayer video as the Black Priest. And there was a lot of controversy surrounding that video when it first came out because Jesus was black.
Yes.
Yeah. So were you personally attacked after that video came out?
Attacked? No.
Not physically, but...
No, never. I had never heard nothing but praise and nothing but positive publicity for me. You know, I think a lot of people... the Madonna's video and the Like a Prayer video, there was so much controversy around it because people saw images of it before they ever saw the video.
Yeah.
So they saw burning crosses, they saw there was a black Jesus, and like, what's Madonna doing? He's kissing her on the altar, like, what's going on? And she just had this huge Pepsi campaign, you know, just 4 days prior to that just premiered. So now, all of a sudden, everyone's up in arms. They banned it in Rome, but it wound up becoming the biggest video in Italy and all in Rome and every place else. And so I think it was just controversial in the sense that the images that were shown before the video ever aired really shocked people and had people up in arms, because the one thing that will get people crazy and up in arms is religion. Always a hot topic. Yes, as soon as you delve into religion and try to tell it any way different from the way they think it's supposed to be, you're in for trouble.
See things that you're not allowed to talk about socially, politics and religion, definitely.
Yeah, but people do it all the time.
Yeah.
And what now in race?
Yeah. You're also very big within music. You have a band, Leon and the Peoples.
Yes, very much so.
Tell me about this band.
My band, Leon and the Peoples, have been together for a little under a decade now, and our first record we did was called The Road Less Traveled, and got a couple of nominations and an award, and then now we're embarking on our next album, which is called Love is a Beautiful Thing, which is the same name as the tour and the same name as the single that's out. It's out.
Is a beautiful thing. Love for your brothers. Love is a beautiful thing. Love for your sisters. I said love is the reason why I go wild. Love is the reason why I have a child. Sing out.
Tour as many places as we can. Really hope to get out of the country very soon and maybe go to
London.
London, of course.
Yes.
London's a place where we get so many, people requesting us. London and Australia, for some reason.
London first,
Yeah,
because
well, much closer.
and we're kind of better, but yeah. Where do you feel more comfortable, in the acting world or in the music world?
I feel equally comfortable, but to be honest with you, when I am acting, I'm playing a character that somebody wrote. And when I'm singing, that's me. Those are the songs that I wrote.
Yeah.
These are my words. And so I'm equally comfortable because I've been an actor for so long. I've trained to be an actor. It's, what I do for a living. So, but, music, equally as comfortable. Yeah.
You're just a born performer.
Yeah. But whether I'm, doing a play or whether I'm, with my band, or whether I'm on a sound stage or on location, I feel comfortable. It's just, I think the only time I'm uncomfortable is if I'm in an uncomfortable situation, if I'm in a, movie situation that's not working out the way I like, or I'm not able to portray my character in a way in which I feel like, I can or should, that's always frustrating.
I'm always curious to know, after the camera stopped rolling, whether it be a live music show or a film set, you bonded with everyone, does the friendship continue after that? Have you made some good friends?
Oh yeah, like I just told you, Dean Winters, who is was on Oz with me. We're very good friends. We're going to see him later tonight. Matt Dillon and I, from our very first movies, had been best of friends for years. Robert Townsend is like my brother in Hollywood. Yeah, you definitely make friends, when you work with people.
Yeah.
And it's hard sometimes to stay in touch because, your schedules and you're always traveling, but, the friendship is very real, definitely.
And we're now sitting at Pulse Studios, and from what I hear, this is your studios?
It's Pulse Studios, and is also part of Pulse Music. Pulse Music is produces records from everywhere, from Britney Spears to Queen Latifah, and as well as doing music for movies and scores, as well as, tons of commercial jingles as well. Yeah. And Pulse Studios is the film and production arm, which is I am the principal in, as well as JK. We're partners in Pulse Studios, and we develop and make TV shows, movies, docs, music videos.
Always busy, always busy. What is the next movie project we're going to see you in?
The next movie project you're going to see me in, I wish I knew. But I've already filmed it, so I just don't know what's coming out first. I think Lionsgate is going to release this romantic comedy that I did called I Really Hate My Ex.
Ooh, we've all been there.
So I think that will be the movie that will come out next. And then I have done a movie that I star in called 40 to Life. But I think they're changing the title.
It sounds serious.
Yes. And I have a movie, a faith-based movie that I was in called Soul Ties. And I don't know when that's going to come out.
Just non-stop.
Yeah, I just make them and then I go off and do my other thing. Hi, this is Leon from some of your favorite movies, I hope. And this is Entertainment Scoop. You want the scoop? You want entertainment? It's right here.